Bitch, I'm in the
middle of a night, 'cause I'm tired of being alone. Caught in the aftermath when it all goes bad. You know you've always been stronger than me. I'm nearly half a man you thought I was, and that's more for the devil, more for the devil and me. Hey, little savior, where have you been? I've been searching my whole life for something I can believe in. Hey, little savior, if I let you in, will you cover my eyes wide open and keep me safe from myself? Safe from counting the names left behind on this nowhere mission of mine. I lost my place when I saw your face, and now it's harder than ever to lie to myself again. I'm my own worst friend. Sometimes the truth is the last thing we need. But then I saw your face and I lost my place, and now it's harder than ever, harder than ever. Hey, little savior, where have you been? I've been waiting my whole life for something I can believe in. Hey, little savior, if I let you in, will you cover my eyes wide open and keep me safe from myself?
Well, welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. We hope that you enjoyed that longer opening than normal with new music from Inside the Trojan Horse. And that featured our special guest tonight for our season finale. Is that right, Mark?
Yes. I was actually glad that we picked her for our season finale, and she said yes. I've watched her, battle Jason Voorhees. I've watched her avenge her father's death as a hired assassin. Assassin. And I can't wait to see what else she does. I mean, she's done a lot of things, so I can't help but, You can't say enough about her.
Go ahead. What's this young lady's name?
You want me to butcher it all to hell? It's Sanae Loutsis.
You've done really good.
Sanae Loutsis. I think I said it right.
So close. You got the first name, which we'll just make sure that one counts.
Okay.
No. Oh my goodness. I'm so honored to be here for your finale. Oh my goodness.
Thank
cool.
you. So the last time we got a chance to talk with you, we were talking with you and Dad, and I feel like Mom was in the room and everything. So we had the whole.
She was at Disney at the time.
Yeah, that's right. You were at Disney. I didn't get my invite.
I'm surprised I'm not there now, honestly. I'm there all the time now. I'm kidding.
Well, if you dress like Snow White, I think they'll let you in for free.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not the Disney one, so actually I think it might be the opposite, but
Complete opposite.
Yeah, I mean, like I said when we were talking in the green room, I was like, I told her, but I said when they said that she was going to do Snow White, I was a little skeptic, but then seeing the pictures and then seeing what I see there, and the only reason why I was skeptic because most of her movies she plays, she doesn't smile in, so it was kind of hard to see her. But now seeing her as Snow White, no. I could see her. I could see her doing it now.
Who was the brainchild, if I can ask? Who was the brainchild behind this new film that's coming out? It's not out yet, right?
No, next year.
Next year. Who is the brainchild behind that?
I mean, Jason is the one that really wrote everything. He created the Snow White story, obviously inspired by the Grimm brothers and whatnot. But, obviously he added a bunch of his own little spins to things. But that original idea of just making a Snow White movie in general was a conversation between my sister-in-law and we were just talking about the latest pop culture things with Rachel Zegler and the Disney Snow White, and we were like, wow, can't believe she said those things, can't believe they're doing that, all that jazz. And my dad walked in the room as she was saying, you know what, Sanae, you should have been Snow White. And I'm like, whoa, okay there. But my dad, being my dad, was like, that's a better idea, actually. And so he went and talked to Jason and Cody and the whole crew, and they just kind of ran with it, and it just ended up being this awesome giant thing.
Is your dad still wrapped on that already, or are you still doing stuff with that?
We're wrapped. I actually just last night saw the final cut minus music and visual effects and all that kind of stuff, but okay. I mean, it looks awesome. I'm super excited to see it when it's done.
Yeah, when we talked to your dad in October when we did the Children's Miracle Network, he told us that your favorite movie is Snow White.
Did he? Interesting. Yeah. I don't know if I'd say it's my favorite movie, but I definitely did grow up watching it. It was, I was I still am a big Disney kid. So I grew up watching all of the princess movies, but I know I did have I dressed up as her for Halloween one year. I had Snow White figurines. So I know it means that I not like it. I did, but I don't know if it was my favorite. That may have been a bit of an embellishment, but.
Who is your favorite Disney character?
It's tough because if we're talking just the Disney IP, I actually don't like it as much, but if I did have to choose from there, I'm a big Belle girl. I don't know, we both had the brown hair, and my hair wasn't always short, so it was longer, and I was just she seems cool. But I really like the Pixar movies, and out of those, I love Ratatouille and Up. Those are so good.
So her favorite characters are the mouse that makes Ratatouille.
Oh, yeah.
What's the mouse's name?
Remy. Yes.
Oh, you don't remember that?
How could you not? It's iconic.
Listen, I've seen the movie quite a few times. I can't remember everything.
There's
That's okay.
Remy, and then he's controlling Linguini, and Linguini can't cook, and then you have Colette, and oh my gosh, so good. Anyways,
Okay.
Don't want to go off on that too.
Reenacting that movie. We're not redoing that movie though anytime soon, are we?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Now, with them doing Snow White, and they're doing it from basically using the Grimstone brothers, does the how do you say this? Does the dwarfs have names?
Yes.
Yeah,
one is Mark.
Shut up, Brian. I'm talking to her, not you.
Yes, totally. They actually, it's just like Joe, Terry, Mark, Larry. No, they do have names. I mean, I'll leave it to when it comes out.
Well, no, I just want to know see if they had names, because I know that you're not using the Disney part of it all. So,
right.
So because originally in the Grimm's Tales, they didn't have names, from what I remember. So.
Yeah. We were like, they're people too, so they get names. They get real names, not just characteristics. So.
Okay. Hang on, Mark's reading from his Q&A card here. Hold on.
No, I was actually reading the screen for a second. As you get older, I don't need these to read close up. I just need them far away. Unlike you.
My dad's the same way. He has like 2 different pairs, and he's like constantly switching them.
I just need these for reading. Just for reading. That's it. I can see this. I can see this, right? It's whenever I'm like reading my phone or something, you'll see me put these on. We're not doing that tonight. So
yeah, I've seen some of your movies, and yeah, you are. One of the ones that I actually just watched 6 months ago was Killcraft, and I'm just curious, are they actually going to do a second one to that one?
I haven't heard anything about a second one, but
because I mean, I loved how it ended, and I loved the premise of how you took over your dad's role and stuff like that. So I mean, it was perfect.
You can't give it away, or people want to see it. You just gotta tell them to go watch it.
Well, no. I mean, they tell you that in the description.
Okay.
That's why
That's why you're using what's in the description. I got you.
Yeah.
oh, so sweet.
Yeah, I've been talking with her for a while. That's how we got Jack on the show not too long ago. Brenner. Yeah, Brenner. Yeah,
you haven't worked with anybody like that, right? You haven't worked with Jack and those guys over there at what's
Jack?
Production?
Jack worked with her once, but that was for a brief. He said for a brief moment. It was just a small little part in one of her movies. She was a lot younger.
Yeah, so Jack's a lawyer. Jack's a lawyer, super nice guy, super nice, intelligent as hell. And like I was like, how do you make time to be an attorney as well as an actor? And he was like, you just do. You just got to make the time. You got to find what you really like to do. So
crazy.
So the acting. How is acting going? I know acting it does well for you. Are you going to college as well? Are you still in school?
Yeah, I'm in school right now. I mean, I'm on winter break right at this very moment, but I've been in school. I went to UCI last year, and then I moved schools, and my new school has been like awesome. So I'm studying film there. It's been really awesome just being able to do a lot of like hands-on stuff that's like behind the cameras too, which has been a really good like change of pace because just the film world is so much fun. Like I got to dive into every part, try a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not just in front of the camera and you get a chance to be behind it, that's really kind of cool too, because you do get to learn all the aspects of it, so you can see like, oh, that's where they're trying to tell me to take my mark and stuff like that. So, Finding Estrella, is that what it was? Estrella, Finding Estrella.
Yeah,
That was the movie he was in with you. That's a film that he worked with you.
Oh, okay.
I believe he said that he played a police officer or something like that.
He said it was probably one of his first roles, and it was a small role. He said you probably wouldn't remember him, but if you did, that when we did have you on the show, we're supposed to tell you hello. So hello from Jack.
Oh, well, wherever Jack is, I say hello back.
Yeah. So the crew and cast that you wrapped with on this film, had you worked with a lot of those people before?
On Snow White? Or
You know, you have to tell her which movie it is.
I'm sorry. Yes.
No, you're good. Yeah, I've worked with a good portion of them. Obviously, Jason Brooks I've worked with on a multitude of times, and same with Cody. Who else? There's also a lot of new people too. A lot of the actors I had never met before. I knew Holland, who plays one of my friends, or Snow White's friends, but like I had never met the prince before. I had never met any of the little people actors. I did know the Evil Queen. I had worked with her on The Black String many, many, many years ago, with Frankie Muniz and all that jazz. So yeah, and out of the crew, again, it was like I knew a few, but there were plenty of new people that I hadn't met before. But I mean, everyone like got along like family, so it wasn't.
Awesome.
It took a very short amount of time for everyone to be comfortable and feel like we knew each other.
Nobody got fired.
No, I feel like it was one of the few sets I can remember that had like really, truly like no kind of drama. Like usually there's like something,
Sure.
but I mean, there was just way more good to remember than any bad. Like I don't remember much bad.
When you go on these shoots and stuff like that, is it stressful when you get there because you're meeting new people? Because I feel like you're going to have that amount of stress, like when you walk into a room that you've never been into before and there's a lot of people, and you kind of get that like, oh, I don't want to say anything. But then you're like, oh, I have to do this. This is what I have to do.
Yeah, I mean, like for me, it like genuinely depends on the day. Like some days I just wake up and I'm like, oh my God, like going outside feels like I might have to like die or something. But I think with Snow White, I got to like prep a little bit with it. So I kind of went into it more excited than anything. So I was like, oh my gosh, there's all these people that I get to meet and it's going to be so cool. And especially when it ends up well and they end up all being like really awesome people.
Yeah.
So then that makes it super easy. And then I'm even more energetic to meet more people. But I mean, definitely like as the days would go on, I was getting more and more tired and just kind of like social battery was like waning.
Okay.
But it was honestly not too bad because everyone's energy was pretty high. So
Gotcha. Your dad has done a lot of crazy sets for you guys. Was he part of this one as well?
oh yeah. Everything there's this sequence at the fair, and he and his team and company and everyone, and they literally built like a little Ren fair, which was like kind of crazy. And then most of the interior of the castle and also some of the exterior, they built a castle, which was like ridiculous. I was like, oh my God, you guys actually built a castle. I feel like that it was just insane to watch it all come together. I mean, it was like pink at one point because it was like foam, and then they started painting it, and I'm like, oh my God, wait, it actually looks like a castle now. Like I had my doubts, but this looks really awesome. So yeah.
Yeah, I was looking for the picture, but I guess I don't have it anymore of the castle and stuff of them doing that. Because I had Jason had sent me a bunch of them a while ago when they were doing it, and then I just damn.
You don't
I thought I had it.
No, the castle, because I remember the whole thing, and I remember Shawn saying that he had worked on that set and that's the thing. Like, I think your dad being a part of what you're doing is just absolutely fantastic, and he's able to produce the artwork that he's producing. I mean, it's literally artwork. You know, there's not a lot of people out there that are doing the stuff that he's doing, right? So
No, it's awesome. Like getting to watch him, like, because I get to see like more behind the scenes than most, obviously. Like he's my dad. So I get to see him like literally like with the plans, and it's just, you know, most indie filmmakers, they're like sketching out a castle and they're like, we'll make it work. But I mean, like, this is like a different level. Like he has very detailed plans of building, like actual like construction workers out here like building the castle. It is like safety is also taken into account, like everything is stable and is able to support everyone. And then, you know, they bring in like teams of people to like set dress and whatnot and painting, and there are just so many like helping hands too, like Gail and Johnny and Brandon and Ginger, and I'm naming off names but because I can't remember their last names, but they're all amazing people, and they all like help to create something like really incredibly, like, honestly it shouldn't have happened kind of thing.
What's mom doing during all this? Because I know that she's got high levels of stress watching, you know, dad work on it and you're working on it, so I know that she's got to have a part of this as well. So what's mom's role?
Yeah, no, she can't help herself but be involved. But I mean, she was a little bit less involved with Snow White than some other ones we've done. Still very much like helping behind the scenes, just like she's a mom, so like very much like chronic organizer. So she just like kind of helps keep some things in check and help with ideas and food and whatnot. But I mean, she had a lot of like family things going on at the time, so she did take a little bit of a step back. And it was one of those times where I was like, I had to like tell her, I was like, Mom, I love you, and I love that you want to help and be involved. It means a lot, but you got to take care of family first. And I would if I wasn't like working, but you don't have to do this, so you got to go help family. So, but
that's cool. It's just the willingness that she has, that she's like, I want to do this for my kid, and you know.
No,
what's up?
Nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, no, I'm very grateful for both of my parents. They're amazing. I mean, I wouldn't be here without them, because without their support, like none of it really would be possible. So, yeah.
So now that the set, so now that you guys have wrapped on that, where did the set go? Did dad take it all apart? Did you guys keep it? Is it at someone's house in their backyard for their kids?
Yeah, it was around for a while, because it's actually in our backyard, but the castle was technically in our neighbor's backyard, and our neighbor didn't like that for whatever reason. So the castle is being torn down right now. But
see, if I was the neighbor, I would have been like, okay, get me a few shots in there, as you know, let me be something of a background actor.
Yeah, that's what we thought would be the reaction, but no, he was like, he wanted like rent for it, and was like, but we built it and it's literally sitting in an area you don't use, but okay. So my dad was just like done. He was like, okay, we're just gonna take it down. But I'm sure it is not going to be the last cool thing that he builds for movies and whatnot. So
do you know roughly about how big it was, the castle that he had built?
Oh my goodness. I'm not good with numbers like he is, but I mean, it was the size of like a large house. Like you could live in there 100%. Like it was very large.
Should have kept it.
Yeah. I know. I wish he could. It would have been really cool. I know they had lots of people that wanted to use it too, which was kind of a bummer, but yeah, it is what it is.
Well, next time we'll let you build it on our property, and it can just stay here, and you can use it as much as you need to.
I told you, it didn't take much.
4,600 square feet. Holy cow, dude! I live in 2,200 square feet. That's 2 of these.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Damn.
That's absolutely insane. That's big.
I could probably fit my house in there like 3 times.
Mine and yours.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can fit them both in there. Yeah. So, wow, dude. Wow, that's crazy. That's a lot of work that had to go into that.
Oh yeah, and it was very like condensed in time too. Like obviously everyone like initially has like grand plans. They're like, oh my gosh, we're gonna do this and we're gonna have all this time. But I'm pretty sure they built it in 3-ish weeks or something like that. Like
I was gonna ask about how many
yeah.
days you thought it took. So
Yeah. I just know that like I was down at school, I show up, they're like kind of just starting it. And then by the time that we're filming, like it's done. And I'm like, okay, cool. There's just a castle there now. That's incredible. I don't know how that happened. I was distracted, but
so there I was driving through this neighborhood and somebody erected a castle.
pretty much, yeah. Oh my goodness.
Wow,
Is the
that's
church
cool.
still there?
The church is still there because that is in our yard. So that one stuck around. And
That one you're keeping, right? You're keeping that one, right?
I think so, yeah. I don't know. I know like many moons ago he was like, oh, we're gonna get rid of it, and my mom was like, yes, and it's still there and it got used in Snow White, so
Hey man, as long as it's still getting used, that's all that matters.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yep. So I don't know if you watched the show or not. I feel like you might.
Why would she watch the show? Why would she watch the show?
We've had some previous guests on. We've had some folks that you've worked with that they're doing some film stuff right now. Anthony and those guys over at
Peter Anthony.
No, that's not who I was thinking of.
Oh, well, who are you thinking of?
Anthony.
No, she's never worked with him.
Oh, she's never worked with Anthony?
No.
Kaimano? Oh, that's terrible.
No.
Peter Anthony is who I'm thinking
Peter Anthony
of.
is, yes.
You were right. I screwed that up. Too many Anthony's on the show. I'm sorry. Peter is working on a film called Laugh.
Yes, and she's part of it.
Can I ask the question, sir?
Well, if you watch the intro, you would know your answer.
Do you need me? It's the question. That was the question I was leading into.
If you watch the intro, it showed it in the intro that she was part of that movie.
Yes, I know this, man.
No, you don't.
It's a question. Am I not allowed to ask questions, Mark?
I'm just giving you shit. Okay, ask the question.
Okay, so Peter Anthony, you've worked with Peter on quite a few films. He's got another one coming out called Laugh. You helped him out on this film. You've worked on this film with him.
I haven't done anything for it yet, but
Not yet.
Yeah.
Okay, but the plan is for you to be in a part of the film. I think filming slowed down on this one because Peter broke his kneecap or something like that.
He did. He did. He's got a problem with his knee. Yes, he had to slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
But
okay.
There was also just Snow White happened, so it kind of, and that one has like a specific date we're shooting for, so it kind of just became first priority.
Okay.
So, how about this, Brian? Since I got you flabbergasted there for a moment because it was fun, because you normally do that to me. Let's take a break real quick, and then when we come back, we'll play a quick game of Florida or Not Florida with our special guest. Well, I mean, she's already our special guest, but our surprise special guest who's going to play the game with her.
Oh, okay. Perfect. I like it.
Okay. Now, who's the band?
The band?
Yes.
Is Okaya.
Okay. And what song are we playing?
Breath.
Yeah.
Their version of Breath.
nothing in your eyes. And the more I see, the less I like. Is it over yet? In my head, I know nothing of your kind, and I won't reveal your evil mind. Is it over yet? I can't win, so sacrifice yourself and let me have what's left. I know that I can find the fire in your eyes. I'm going all the way. Get away, please. You take the breath right out of me. You left a hole where my heart should be. You've gotta fight just to make it through, 'cause I will be the death of you. This will be all over soon. Pour the salt into the open wound. Is it over yet? Let me in. So sacrifice yourself and let me have what's left. I know that I can find the fire in your eyes. I'm going all the way. Get away, please. You take the breath right out of me. You left a hole where my heart should be. You've gotta fight just to make it through, 'cause I will be the death of you.
Probably should have warmed up for that.
So cool.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring on the special guest. You can't hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear
I
you.
can hear you.
Okay.
I can.
I have no freaking idea. I'm gonna bring him on now because he's sweating his ass off in the uniform he's in. So I'm gonna bring on the general.
What's going on?
Why are you so
would you look
hardcore,
at
bro?
that?
Forgive my camera. When I use my headset, for some reason, it does this weird interference thing, which I haven't figured out. And my regular mic wasn't working, so I apologize. For this weird.
I thought it was StreamYard.
No,
I've been having
it's
problems all
headset.
day with them.
You have no idea. I was just underneath my computer forever. But hello, Sanae.
Hello, Peter.
I got
I
back.
like this glitching, honestly. It's kind of more mysterious.
I got back in this outfit, and I couldn't wear the hat because of the headset. So, but I got it right here.
I'm surprised the headset fits, but
last night, Sanae, I'm actually talking to somebody, and they came over and like, so am I going to see this Rosebud or what? And we watched Rosebud, and we got to the operation scene where you called me the five head, and she started laughing her ass off. And I was like, why is it so funny? Was it? All right, I got a question for you. So it's good to see you. In your whole film history, I think you started when your dad was saying like young, like 4 or 5 or something like that. I think you have 21 credits all the way from like, what is it? Black String to Vengeance 2, Rosebud, Killcraft, so on and so forth. And as a child, I don't know if Mark and Brian know, or some of the audience might not know too. You are a huge Disney fan and a huge Snow White fan, and you and your father and your mother have been going your entire lives. In fact, when you pull up to the Loutsis ranch, there is a huge Walt Disney, I don't know what it's made of, copper or whatever, metal, huge statue in the front with like a whole saying on it, and you see it when you go to their house every time. So being a childhood fan of Snow White, going to Disney, doing all that, and then actually being Snow White on set, I know I've been on sets with you before and you've been around movies before, but I don't think you've ever been around anything with this kind of scale. The amount of extras that you guys had, the amount of the castle, like you said, the town, and just you as Snow White in that dress walking around. I mean, you knew it was special. Everybody knew it was special. Did it have a different feel for you? And were you ever nervous? I know you've been around forever, but were you nervous to deliver in front of your mom, in front of your dad, in front of Jason Brooks, and in front of literally 100 extras? Was this the role? Was this the one that you felt the gravity?
Absolutely. I actually think more than how many people or the kinds of people that were there, it was more that I've never played a character like Snow. I play mostly like angsty teens normally, which is really like a departure from Snow White, who is way more, she's prim, she's proper, but she just does have a bit of spunk, and she has a bit of grit in her as well, but you kind of don't discover that until later. And there's like a whole romance element to it all, which is like just stuff I've never had to do on screen. So doing that, but also with the pressure of it being a bigger set, was definitely like the first day I walked in, it was one of those times where I was like, okay, I really have to be in character, because if I'm just Sanae walking through here, I'm going to get freaked out and it's going to go bad. So I definitely had to be on my A game, but I think in some ways the pressure ended up being a good thing in some ways.
I agree. On that subject also, I hear through the grapevine that there is a kiss scene. So I was wondering, as now a young female coming into her own, how was it doing? Because even when I grew up as a kid too, you watch movies with your parents and something comes on screen, you're like, whoa, that's kind of weird. Being there in front of your mom and your dad, who are the biggest class acts of all time, it had to be weird during that scene. Could you walk us through that?
Yeah, I had to tell my dad specifically, I was like, I need you to not be like right there. It's just not going to be good if that happens. Like, that's just awkward for everyone. No one wants that. So he did, thankfully. He was like, okay. He went elsewhere. But otherwise it was really great. I mean, Tristan, who played the prince, he's so cool. We got along good. And it was all very well talked about and thought through. So nothing ended up being too weird, except more the anticipation of it was more strange than anything. But
yeah, your dad, I think, was
so
right next to
how many takes for the kiss scene?
A fair amount, yeah.
Yeah, your dad was right next to me, I believe, during the kid, and he was turning around to go, and and I was like, "Where are you going?" And he's like, "Oh, I can't be here." And for those that know, Tristan has a partner, so I'm like, "Shawn, don't worry, he's got a partner. This isn't even his thing. It's going to be okay." I tried to make him feel better about it.
Gotcha.
Being a dad, having girls, it's one of those things you don't want to be around that.
No.
Yeah, and that's the hard part. Mark and I were both blessed with a house full of girls, right? And I remember
I got one boy.
Well, yeah, we barely see him. He stays in his room. He's Batman. I think he stays in a cave somewhere. Well, what I was saying was, I remember when my youngest daughter, I think she was like 16 or 17, and she kind of walked in the room, and she was like, "Hey, Dad, so my boyfriend's going to come over so you can meet him." And I was like, "Excuse me? You're what?" She's like, "Yeah."
I thought she was too mean to have a boyfriend.
I was like, "No. Yeah, we're not doing boyfriends right now. No, we're not there yet. Sorry." And then
Shawn is surrounded by women. Diamond's a woman. Sanaya, Tammy. It's Shawn is always surrounded by women. That's why me and him have male bonding whenever we talk. It's like his release.
Yep.
Yeah, and he gets the brunt of it all the time.
Peter, if all else fails, you can use this clip and create the new Max Headroom. I don't know if you've ever heard of Max Headroom.
He's old enough to know who that is.
I grew up with Max Headroom. Yeah.
Okay.
He was great, but that was it. I just wanted to ask those two questions to get off. I'm so honored that you guys had me on for the show, and I just wanted to say to Sanaya, just honestly, between me and you, obviously I'll see you again on Laugh, and we'll talk about it there. But I had talks with your father, and I had talks with Jason Brooks, and we talked about how you had to come on set and you had to nail it and you had to be a leader and you had to walk on set like you were Snow White. And you know me, I don't lie. I swear, but I don't lie. And when you were on set, it was a privilege to watch you, and your father was honored and Jason was blown away and Cody and everybody, and you did phenomenal. And to see you as a young 15-year-old to grow into what you have now, it's been nothing but a privilege. So I can't wait to see you on screen for that.
Oh, well, that means a lot coming from you, Peter. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll see you guys later.
See you
Wait a
later.
minute.
Oh,
Wait a
okay.
minute.
Go ahead. Yeah.
We need you.
Wait,
we need
he's
you
sweating
for
his
three questions.
he's sweating his ass off in that.
Jacket
That's the only reason.
off. Relax for a second. We just need you for 3 questions.
All right, shoot.
You've never played Florida or Not Florida with us, so
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Oh,
you
you
did it once. Yeah, it's scarred in my memory.
Well, now it's the turn. So let's
It's
get
been a
Mark
while,
on the
then.
ball and go ahead and ask those questions, Mark.
I used that one yesterday.
Read the card.
Actually, there's only I'm going to say this one anyways because neither one of them watched the show yesterday, so I could say it again. All right, woman tries to trade her Olive Garden salad for drugs to an undercover cop.
Did that happen in Florida or not Florida?
You're asking both of us at the same time?
Both of you at the same time.
I say yes.
Yeah,
It
I'm
happened
going
in
yes
Florida,
as well.
Peter. And Sanaya says it happened in Florida as well. Mark, did it happen in Florida? Not Florida. Where did it happen, Mark?
Utah.
Happened in Utah.
Really? Those Mormons, what are they doing?
Yeah.
Hey,
Look at the
they're
graphics,
trading
you guys.
salad for drugs.
Yeah, I came.
Utah's got some bad drug problems downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Man dressed as FBI agent pistol whips a haunted house host with a BB gun.
Hold on. Man dresses as an FBI agent?
Yep. Man dresses as an FBI agent, goes into a haunted house, and he pistol whips the host of the show.
So now you go first.
I'm just gonna stick with Florida. Why not?
I'll go with yes too because it's half and half. So
Florida. It did happen in Florida. Where was that at, Mark?
Pinellas County.
Pinellas County, Florida.
that's where I used to live.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Stranger things happening in Pinellas County.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I lived on
What was that?
110th Avenue
Is
in
that
Pinellas Park.
Screamageddon or something?
Yeah, that's not too far from us.
Yeah. Was it Screamageddon?
It didn't say what it was.
I bet it was Screamageddon.
Probably. All right, last one because I didn't think we were going to play the game. I only had 3 questions or 3 headlines. Woman, I don't know if I want to say that one.
Just read the card.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Okay. Woman beats up boyfriend because he finished before her.
I can't believe you asked that. Finished playing Scrabble before her.
Yes, exactly. That's
finished playing Scrabble before her. I'm going to go with yes on Florida.
No way. Come on.
I'm gonna go.
What do you got?
Why not?
No, not Florida for Sanaya and Florida for Peter.
Yes.
You went Florida all the way down, Peter. You know that, right?
Florida's a big state and it's got some weirdos down there. Let's be honest.
I know you found Mark and Brian. Look,
I know I had in Florida.
Utah.
2-1.
Another
Utah.
Utah?
No, sorry. That one was Nevada. Sorry.
Close.
Nevada.
Close.
Well,
Yeah.
there we go. We played Florida or not Florida. Peter, unfortunately, you lost to Snow White.
Normally we would send out stickers or shirt to the winner, but Sanae just got that stuff today. So
Yeah.
and I don't know if I sent you any of the newer stickers, Peter, or not.
I did get a sticker and I wore your shirt once from before.
Yes.
I think I bought one or something. Yeah.
Was it too tight?
No, I was in the less fat stage then, so it was okay. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, the new shirts that are out available through Talking Shit. They feel fantastic. They're a 50-50 blend of poly and cotton, and they are available if you reach out to Mark or myself at Talking Shit or talkingshit@outlook.com. You can reach us right here on Facebook or send us a message.
Yeah, Peter, I sent you the shirt. I bought the shirt myself for you.
Yeah, it was double X. It was good.
Yeah. The newer shirts are a hell of a lot better. And then we have
hoodies.
hoodies.
The 2X, the 2X has got flex, boy. I'll tell you what. I'm like, oh my god. So
they don't shrink up as much.
I don't have the muscle I used to have, so everything actually fits now. So 2X is fine.
Well, listen, you had a knee injury that you had to overcome.
His knee injury's not even over yet. He still has.
I love how you said my kneecap broke. I was like, no. I wish my kneecap broke. It's a knee replacement number 2.
Oh.
I'm always getting hurt. Sanae, were you there when I busted my nose on set for Snow White?
Oh yeah, Eric.
Yeah. I got a little mad. If it wasn't for you and your dad and Jason, I probably would have got real mad, but I was okay.
Yeah.
See, there was drama on the set.
I'm always hurt. That's just like a given. That's just like rolled in there. It's no drama.
Hey, come to think about it, you ripped your shoulder on I forgot what you did.
Screws came out of my bones in Tank, and when I was in Tacoma, actually, when I was out with you out there. Yep. But is what it is.
Well, we hope you feel better.
Thanks. I get it replaced March 31st, so hopefully everything will be good again. Hopefully.
Yeah, we're ready to see more. We're ready to see more filmmaking. So hurry up.
All right, will do. Sanae, congrats again. I'll see you soon. And you guys, thanks for having me.
Thank you. Good to see you,
Peter.
You too. Bye-bye.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We had Peter Anthony join us for a little game of Florida, Not Florida, and got to do the big interview questions because we swing and miss all the time.
Yeah, no, we don't. Actually, there's one statement that Jason Brooks made that I actually liked, and actually two. One was when he watched the movie, he didn't see Sanae, he seen Snow White. The other one,
I really need to see the movie because I'm so used to like the fairy tale of Snow White, and like it's been.
I like the Grimm's tales. They're awesome. I love them.
Yeah, I love the Grimm's Tale stuff, but I don't remember the Grimm's Tale version of a Snow White either. You know what I'm saying? So
it's been a while.
We're gonna watch
it's been a while.
They put a lot of their own things and ideas in there too. Like Jason and Naomi did like so much research specifically for the Evil Queen and a lot of the kind of things that she does throughout the movie. Like they're things that women really did, which is kind of creepy when you end up seeing it. But yeah.
In one of the other photos for this film, she has leeches all over her back.
Mm-hmm.
Whose idea was that? And like how do you think? Like, are you down for that? Like, hey, I'm gonna put leeches all over you now.
Yeah, that was all Jason and Naomi. I believe that's one of the things that they researched and that like women really did back then. Like they would actually.
Yes, that they did do.
That's insane. That's cool. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That is absolutely
lots
crazy.
of crazy beauty practices. So.
Well, I mean, they used to think leeches altogether was a cure for a lot of things back then.
Mm-hmm.
So you do a lot of work with Jason Brooks and Peter Anthony and a lot of the other and Cody and those guys. Is there any other crew that you're willing to work with? Are you open to work with other crews and stuff like that for other films?
Oh, of course, always. I love meeting new people in the film industry. I mean, that's one of my favorite parts personally. Like whenever I do go on a new set and there's bound to be a few new people, and I can't wait to meet them. Because, it's just the industry of creative people. So you never know who you're going to mesh with next, really. So obviously I work with them a lot. But, I mean, even just going to film school, meeting a lot of different people just getting into film, which, has had some people where I'm like, okay, I love what you're making, but it's like not for me. And I don't think we mesh well. But then there's like plenty of other people where it's like, hey, we're on the same wavelength about this stuff. Like we should make something together kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm sure
No.
that your film school, you're probably going to have to put some kind of projects together where you're going to have to work in groups and stuff, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have a little bit of the on camera experience, and maybe you end up finding, your number one camera guy or girl or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Somebody that can get the shot that everybody wants to get, but they're too scared to do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, what were you saying, Mark?
I was reading it. I was going to say, she says she has some other movies that are coming out too, other than Snow White.
What else are we going to get to? What else are we going to get to see from you?
Yeah, I mean, I obviously with film everything's kind of up in the air, but I mean, there's a lot of things that I've done that have yet to come out. So obviously Snow White. I have a few films with Jason Hawkins, so Ouija and The Disappointment Girls. I think there's even more with him, but then oh my goodness, I mean. Yeah, there's a lot, honestly. I mean, things that span like several years where like I almost don't remember doing them. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's right, that happened. That's crazy. So
after you guys typically wrap on a film, how long before it starts to like mainstream and stuff like that? How long before it starts to get to streaming, get to video? I don't even know. Do people even do video anymore? Do people even do discs?
I think most of them are outdated now.
Yeah, I feel like mostly streaming. But it really depends on just kind of the time that people have to really like to put into things. Like just there's lots of other things that people have going on. So it truly just depends. So like with Snow White, they're like a hard like March is where they're aiming for, to kind of go with the Disney one. But there's a lot of other ones where it's just like passion projects and people have other things going on. So you never know specifically in the indie world when things are kind of going to come up and happen. So
Mark pulled one up there a second ago, Cross Hollow.
Yep, there's another one. I'm like, I knew there were more, so.
That's perfect. This is just the beginning of an amazing career. So, you're super young, and you got your start when like Peter was asking you earlier about 4. Sounds about right? So, it's only up from here, right? There's not you're not stepping away from the camera. You're stepping more into it as best you can, right?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I love the film industry. I can step away from it forever, even if I wanted to. Like, there's just a part of me is film at this point, whether that's as an actor, as a writer, as a editor, as a camera operator, like whatever it is. So I'm in it for the long run for sure.
All right. So what advice do you give the girls, the littler, younger girls that are sitting at home watching? I don't know how many little girls do we have watching Talking Shit, Mark. But anyway,
should be none.
What advice do you give the younger girls that want to get into making film and playing parts such as Snow White, Cinderella, stuff like that? Even Final Girl.
Yeah. I think as like a woman in any industry, just don't be afraid to speak up for yourself ever. And I mean, your ideas and your thoughts and your feelings matter the same amount, if not more, than anybody else's. So there's just a big world of creative possibilities, and don't be afraid to speak up on your idea about if it's acting, like whatever your character is. Like just because you didn't write it doesn't mean you can't say, hey, I know this character pretty well. I'm playing them. These are my thoughts and opinions on them. I think they should do this, or as a writer, or as whatever job it is in the industry that you're doing. So it can be a bit overwhelming, but we persevere. So.
Gotcha. All right. Mark, what else you got? Lots more questions. He's thinking.
No. No, I was thinking. Yeah. I was wondering if I was going to put this one on the screen or not, because the list has been really out there tonight.
I would be concerned too, but stranger things have happened, and I think that we're pretty popular in like India or something. I don't know. Anyway, woman power. Hashtag woman power from Alexi.
Love it.
If giving an opportunity, is there any specific character? I think we asked you this last time. Is there any specific character that you would absolutely 100% want to play if the time became if the character became available for an option?
Yeah. Honestly, after doing Snow White, which was, like I said before, it was just very different from anything I've ever done. And that's really fun. So I would really just say like anything that is different, honestly, from what I've done. So, I haven't really done many like comedic roles. So that could be pretty fun. Or, I mean, now I've kind of done things with dialects. So anything with like a different dialect would be a really good time. I'm more like, let me see where the wind takes me kind of person. So I can't like say like, oh, this specifically, but I love trying new things. So anything new.
How far have you traveled to do shoots? What's the farthest?
I think the East Coast, probably like, yeah, like New York or like, what was
New
it?
York,
Like
New
Pennsylvania or
Jersey.
something. Yeah.
So you haven't
Yeah.
left the United States to do anything?
No, not yet.
Bollywood, here we come. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
You said dialect, and I was like, well, this is what we're doing now. We're doing a Bali film.
hey, I would if the
Would you
role.
really? Dude, that would be
I would
sick.
do anything fun, honestly, and different. I'm so down.
I'd check that out because I mean Bollywood makes some actually really good films. I don't know if you guys get on like Netflix and want to see like the foreign stuff. Go watch some Bollywood film stuff, man. It's absolutely fantastic, especially the action movies are dope. So
Oh yeah, for sure. No, there's so many like different international like film communities. Like it's super cool. I mean, you have Bollywood. I know, like South Korea. Like they've been really like popping off over there. Like they're doing a bunch of cool stuff. So yeah.
you guys went to New Mexico and did a Western?
Yeah, I did do that, which wasn't the furthest, but it was definitely the most different, So that was a good time.
Was New Mexico the way you anticipated it would be, or was it? How would you describe it?
I feel like I didn't really have any expectations for New Mexico, honestly. I mean, it was cool. It just, I mean, we're like in the middle of the desert, so the sand in the eyes was a bit intense. So I was kind of like, oh, I can't see anymore, but that's cool. There's really good food there too. So actually, that was kind of cool. I would go back for the food for sure.
I'm a foodie. I love food. So different.
Me too.
The West Coast cuisine is always off the hook. Everybody's like, oh yeah, no, you got to go to the East Coast for good pizza, but if you want to go burrito, you go to the West Coast. I don't know. I just like food. So
yes, we know
food anywhere I go. Shut up, Mark. You like food too.
No, I have to not like food anymore. Well, not the good stuff, at least.
All right. So Naya, it is our season finale. We asked you for an hour of your time. You've been super humble. We've hit that hour mark. Is there anything that you would like to tell people, how they can follow you, what films you have coming up, where they can watch you, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, you can totally follow me along. I think pretty much every social media platform I've got it. Just my name, which is hard to spell, but it's just Sanae Loutsis, Sanae Loutsis. It's a toughie, but someday we'll just know it. But yeah, you can follow me along, see what I'm up to. Trying to we'll see what comes out. Definitely Death of Snow White. Death of Snow White, Death of Snow White, Death of Snow White. That one.
I'm excited for it. I really want to see what that's going to be about. I mean, everything that we've seen so far, it looks like it's leading to a great film. So, I absolutely implore everyone to check that out. And hopefully we'll get that in March, you said?
Yes, we're shooting for March, but, trailer sometime soon. You never know. But, it's going to be awesome. So please
At
watch.
Jason Brooks, please make sure we get the trailer first.
Definitely.
There, I said it. I'm asking.
Yeah.
It's just
No, if you come on, if you're gonna ask, you're gonna ask this way. Hey, Jason, please send us the trailer so we can watch it. But if you want to go a step further, a world premiere, that would be great too to see it.
Little screening action. I'm in. Let's go.
Yeah, because the first time that they mentioned, I believe you said something too, but the first time that it was mentioned, I was like, really? The Death of Snow White? Is it going to be, how are they going to go doing it? Are they doing it, using the model of Disney but the more I hear about it, the more that I want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Big hopes.
Just a couple.
Look at that. Always hard at work, you. He's always. He pours his heart and soul into this movie. It is literally incredible. So.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell him, that music that we played for you, for the intro, and that would be great. Inside the Trojan Horse, it's called Savior, and the band wants to get out there more. And when we told them that you were going to be on the show, they never heard of you before, but they were like, "Wow, really?" And now they're more interested on seeing what you can do. After we said that you were going to be because that day is the day that we announced that you were going to be on the show. Mm-hmm. And I was excited, but when we did the trailer, or when we were doing the intro for it, I was like, okay, I was trying to figure out a song to do. And then when I heard Savior again, because I've listened to it a couple times, it hit just and it just reminded me of you and your movies that you play. So, it worked out perfect.
Oh, well, it worked really well with the clips you put together. It was super cool.
Yeah,
awesome. Share that on your Facebook. I bet you your friends will be like, "Who did this?"
She did share the 1 minute clip that I put up there with the song and stuff. But if I put the other one up that I had made, which I still have, the original one, it had just the teaser trailer, and I took out the voices and just added the music to it, but it wasn't the whole song. So
I think the whole song kind of fits that whole thing. But all right,
I couldn't make it fit the whole thing. I had to add more stuff to it, so it worked.
Do you have anything else that you would like to talk about before we let you go?
That was pretty much everything, honestly.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, for producing such an awesome actress and great talent in Sanae. Mom, you've done a fantastic job. Keep doing what you're doing, even though she tells you to go away. No, I'm just kidding. She doesn't want you to go away. She just wants you to handle all the other stuff too. So, Dad, your sets have been absolutely fantastic. So, thanks, Shawn, for that. Can't wait to see the rest of what that castle looks like, because I think we only got to see like little bits and pieces in the clips. So,
right.
Okay, I'm done talking, Mark.
Yeah, I'm waiting. We have one request out of you though. When you try on the shirt, can you please send us a picture so we can have that?
Yes, of course.
Cool. All right.
Hold up, wait. Jason wants me to put this up.
Yes.
No problem. Deathofsnowwhite.com. We'll share that on our Facebook as well, Mark.
Aye, Captain.
Whatever. All right. Are you guys ready to sign off?
Yeah, we can do that.
Hang out for a second, Sanae. Are you ready? Here's what we're going to do.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in for our season finale right here on Talking Shit. My name is Brian.
My name is Mark.
And I'm Sanae Loutsis.
And we're
See you in January.
Good night, everybody.
Bitch, I'm in the